wanted to look for a way that it's helping myself. So initial journey, it was just a self-healing journey, not for anyone or other thing like that.
Welcome to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast, where world changing spiritual entrepreneurs come to deeply awaken the power within to bring forth their greatest purpose, while enjoying being in tune with all life and real wealth in all aspects of their lives. I'm your host, Daniel John Hanneman. And welcome everybody to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. All right, I'm so grateful to be here with you. We've got a rockin' guest here. You'll see if you see her through video, she's moving through space, time, other dimensions, and everything. Anyway, we have, she's really an amazing transmitter of energy, frequency activator, soul mission aligner, and gift activator, all that stuff, like all kinds of wonderful stuff that she's able to help activate within you. I want to keep saying because I keep feeling that energy with her. So today we're going to be doing a double your income energy scan, and she'll get into business coaching. But the first half, you're going to get to know a lot about her, a bunch about what she's doing and how amazing she is and how it can help you, like the things we'll be discussing will help you with knowing more about, well, what the heck you're here for, and how can you get rolling with it? That's what this spiritual rock star thing is all about in part. So, Wendy, it's really good to have you on the show.
I am so glad to be here, sharing the space with you and connecting with everyone here.
Uh, all right. So, Wendy, um, so let's start with how the heck did you get into doing all this stuff? Now, you come across as someone that, like this starseed type, and then you're probably doing like the usual Earth life, this in this lifetime, not conscious of what else is, really happening that much. Probably, I'm assuming, but that's what it feels like. And then it's like, whoa, awakening kicks in, right? And it's like, and so can you tell
Absolutely.
us a little bit about that story and how you discovered your own soul mission?
Yeah, I definitely didn't know that I was a starseed or light workers. I was asleep, and I'm sure everyone feel that, they were like zombie asleep and then awaken. So it does, like we do go through a process, and so am I, and so did I. And it was a deep personal struggle at that time where everything crashed down, just darkened up the soul crisis with health problem, toxic relationship ended and get laid off, and it's just the universe telling you everything is not working. You start thinking something else or doing something. So, and really depressed at that time, insomnia and everything. So I wanted to look for a way that it's helping myself. So initial journey, it was just a self-healing journey, not for anyone or other thing like that. So starting to learn about meditation and energy healing at that time for myself. And I think that was the first step to connect back to myself. And knowing that in genuinely the desire is that I wanted to help people. I wanted to do something as of service or to contribute to something. That's where I feel the fulfillment, not just day-to-day mundane life or just 9 to 5 work like that. So that really like the first step to help me to go into it, to discover, connect myself again. And through meditation, then I get to calm down with my mind, really get to understand my inner dialogue because it was all the noises and all the thoughts or all the things that I should or should not do, but not really following my path. So discovering that, learning the energy healing, really discover my gifts about that. I was like, whoa, what is happening to my hand? And what is something is so curious and very natural for me to understand. It's not learning, it's for me, it's like remembering. So it's really intrigued me to really expand and from self-healing, self-learning, and to really wanted to become a practitioner. So learning multiple things and multifaceted things. And to become having experience helping clients all over the world and to become a soul mission coach because I find that when you are on a healing journey, personal development, spiritual development for a while, you tend to look for a direction like, what can I do? What do I do next? What can I use my gifts or my intuition for? And sometimes with people, the other side is that they are accomplished in certain things, but they feel unfulfilled. It's like, okay, I feel empty. On paper, it looks good, it's successful for other people's eyes, but then they are not connecting with themselves. So that's why I do what I do now with combining my personal experience, my journey, my experience, expertise, and everything. It's guiding people to have quantum transformation and also soul mission alignment together, because either one missing is like you're missing some steps, and that is my soul mission right now, and I'm so eager and empowered and very happy to share the gifts for now, for this period of time, I mean after the next thing, then the next thing comes for the soul mission evolve.
Well, that's interesting. So let's dive into that. So that, yeah, thanks for sharing that. I mean, that you've come from a traditional background, and yeah, you had some really big upheavals that helped you to start unravel things, and then
Hmm.
that's always how it begins. It seems almost
Yeah, it's
usually
always.
anyway, almost always, usually typically every once in a while people have a spontaneous out of nowhere, whoa, what happened,
Hmm.
but even then I would argue it was set up by so many different things that were happening in their life, right? But
Hmm.
so that's cool. And then so let's talk about that. Now you said like, yeah, until whatever the next thing is I'm supposed to be doing type of thing. And so how do you see us? I've used these terms a lot. My website's Your Sacred Purpose, that's
Hmm.
like, so it's an interesting to have this dialogue about soul mission, because all these different words, purpose, soul mission,
Hmm.
this, that, and, okay. So, but soul mission, how do you conceptualize what someone's
Hmm.
soul mission is? Because, um, yeah, does the because you infer that it changes. It's not like
Hmm.
permanent. Like, okay, even in this life, it's not just one thing. Because a lot of
Hmm.
times when people, your purpose is your purpose. That's your life and your life
Hmm.
purpose. And there's this sort of the idea it doesn't exactly change.
Hmm.
This the dress you're wearing sort of like change,
Hmm.
but underneath it, its purpose is the same. So tell us about, first of all, what soul mission is versus just purpose.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. And that is one thing that I keep searching for before I can articulate it, because it's so abstract and it's not something that we are having a common concept of. And you're exactly right. What are the purpose and soul mission? Purpose, let's say for personal purpose, it could be this lifetime or personal purpose for your personal goal, or it could be business goals or your study goals. So those are the purpose. So it would be like an achievement or a direction, maybe one linear point from A to B. So soul mission, it's combination of different purposes in the current life. And if you're open-minded, we have many, many lifetimes. It's not when I say right now, it's not past life, it's Akashic records, meaning that there are so many different dimensions of us existing in different timelines, different dimensions. So the soul mission is actually a collective core value of who you are and what you serve for the universe. My interpretation is like we are all different pieces of puzzle. We all hold different values and constructs of the universe. So that soul mission is actually a link to lifetime after lifetime that you're trying to accomplish, you're trying to contribute, you're trying to hold the frequency for the universe. So each soul that we have brackets of different main brackets for the universe, and some souls that they are, let's say, holding the frequency of love, some soul holding a frequency of construction, innovation, some souls that they are coming from holding space for justice, for balance. So different things. And that's why when you know about your value and your drive to help people, to protect people, maybe sometimes like, oh my, when I see someone's bully underdog, it just really fires me up. So those are the indications that in your soul, what brings you the fulfillment, what brings you your mission to accomplish or fulfilled, or to wanted to bring in the balance for the world. So the soul mission is different, is that you have the drive, or sometimes that unfinished business, unfinished missions, and something that you see here that it's linked to your soul. It's not just the personal persona that I'm Wendy, you're Daniel. This changes lifetime after lifetime. But each lifetime that we're in different groups, different culture, but we still have the one link that is the common denominator, that is the soul mission.
Do you want to meditate and make money? Let it be simple. Let it be easy. Let it be fun. Go to yoursacredpurpose.com and get your free meditate, make money meditation today. I got it. Okay.
Mm,
So it's not necessarily your life purpose in this life, it's
mhm,
the soul's mission overall. Yeah, I mean, the way I
mhm.
see it is the soul mission for all of us is to come back into wholeness, basically, after
Yeah.
experiencing all the different things that we put on our plate, right? That we might kind of
Mhm.
experience a lot of stuff. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. Often with scans, over the years, sometimes I will do that. I'll look at like the soul, like this soul being incarnated. Okay, what was
Mhm.
its intention? I kind of see it like that too. Like it had an intention. Why?
Mhm.
Of what it came to serve, right?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of how I see it too.
Yeah. And
Similar.
we see it in human history too. Like you would see, let's say 100 years ago, or 200 years ago, like the war, famine, and the lack of resources, that the missions at that time for the collective consciousness is about building, about union. And then the consciousness right now, we have abundant resources, but not in really good distribution. So we are helping each other to connect, to uplift each other. So the soul missions right now for the collective consciousness is about using your own gifts, your own strength, instead of we need to fit in. Back in the days then where you and I grew up, the last decade, last century is about we need to fit in, we need to be in union, we cannot be unique. Right now, our soul mission actually in the reverse. It's like, no, we need to discover your uniqueness, to share, to really strengthen your gifts so that we are able to contribute our strength to the universe. So it's very, very interesting that when I see in a micro and macro view, the soul mission is really across in our history, in our personal life, in a spiritual consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's talk more about how you help people to discover their soul mission and their purpose. How do you go about doing that?
Yeah, the first thing, there are different steps. So it's a process, it's a journey. And it's something that we can do over time on your own, but I develop a way that we can do it really construct in 8 weeks right now with the step by step. The first step, it's about acknowledging yourself, like who you are and what is the innate things, like what types are you. We have different types, just like personality or habits. Like we have type, we're good at certain things and we are interested in certain things and we're really excel in certain things. So I call it like light worker types. There are 12 types or more. So it's just like a bracket, it's just like our zodiac, like horoscope, right? We have 12 houses, and each houses will have different contribute attributes with that. So it's knowing about your type first, and then the next step is about knowing what holds you back. What is our fear and limitation? What are the trauma? What are your pains that you went through this life? We're turning the pain, transforming the pain into purpose, into wisdom. Because a lot of the times that what we went through, there's a reason, there's a purpose, and also we volunteer here to experience certain things. And sometimes we will feel, okay, why would I choose those things, the horrible things, that it doesn't make sense. But those are the mindset at that time, but we are opening right now. So instead of seeing that why do I choose it, is that okay, how can I turn it from what is the reason? What is something that I look for in this, trying to think about the golden nugget. So instead of looking for the reason, but we are releasing into expansion. Okay, why? How are we going to change that? So releasing all the what hold you back, also in the soul. So collectively, we are holding a lot of the trauma, soul trauma, what I call soul trauma, is in your DNA, is in your cellular level. So sometimes it's unconscious, which is the influence that may be coming from your ancestor imprint. So it's not yours, but you are incarnate into your family lineage to breaking the pattern without knowing it. So it could be your soul mission. So soul mission is not sometimes, it's not a global scale, it's not a grand scale. So depending on different soul, because it's not cookie cutter. So knowing that, okay, what kind of scale that you are in, so that you don't feel, oh, I feel less than, I feel small because I'm only doing my personal thing. But no, sometimes that you are in your family, breaking the family pattern, it's huge. think about breaking the lineage and patterns. So knowing what holds you back and what are your pains, that is the step two. And step three is about, okay, now we are connecting with your higher self, your soul true self. So what are your divine gifts? What are your divine soul essence? So really connecting back. So the purpose is about, we're not looking for external source or validations or references or answer, but it's the connection back to yourself, which sometimes that we don't know how to do it because we're looking for, that's why we're learning about meditation and healing about that. But no, the true answer and everything key is within yourself. How are you able to connect with your higher self and your true essence, the source? So it's about expansion. The our human body, it's just really limited in some way and also very dense with its frequency. So it's about expanding, really activating. That is the soul action part within four after the 4 weeks, expanding your soul, your capacity, the able to hold frequency, and also reconnecting back your connections and channels so that you are able to connect with the divine directly without other people's help. So this is the practice that it's rearranging all the things. And then the final step is about creating your soul mission statement. So it's a direction, it's just like a life purpose or goal, right? But it's a soul mission statement. So there's a platform and there's a statement, there's a guide that I guide you through step by step. So by the end of it, you have your soul mission statement, and then you will know what to do next. Because we're on different phase. So sometimes people are ready to step into it. Some people will just start exploring. So, okay, you're exploring. So you can learn what to do, or maybe you're at the step about healing yourself. And so you are, whether that you are on or not on the path, that you are on the path. And to know which step and which stages that you're on, it gives you confidence, feeling that you're not lost, or you are not just feeling don't know what to do. So this is a very important step, and you just feel the quantum shift in your life. So you feel better about yourself, and you create quantum shift in your life and business and all around, influencing your family, communities, and collective consciousness. And that's what I love to do.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I can tell.
Yes.
So I know with the energy scans that I've done whatever thousands by now, but the
Mm,
people that I've scanned vary in where they're at. Some people are where you are. Some people are like at a
mhm,
place where they've really, fleshed out their purpose and their businesses and everything. And maybe, yeah. And then, so, I mean, there's all these different like kind of levels, I want to say, in terms of where we are in the journey
mhm,
individually and in terms of like if we were to kind of look at the patterns in the collective, right? So then you got people that don't even know they're light workers running around and they're
mhm.
picking up on stuff all the time, but they don't even realize it, right? Then
Exactly.
you got the awakening. Wow, I think maybe this isn't my stuff that I'm feeling, and pick it up. But what is this all about? They start meditating, they start
Mhm,
realizing like there's ways to work with energy and they do energy healing for themselves or whatever, and they go into these spiritual practices, they deepen their awakening, and also someone they go to a person like me, maybe you, right? Anybody like that, like, hey, you're a healer, or you're a light
mhm.
worker, and you're this, you're that, and whatever comes through the reading, and then they're like, oh, wow, really? Okay. And then they need to hear it 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 more times. And then they're like,
Mm.
you know what? I guess I'm a healer, like, or whatever.
Yes.
Right? And then, and
I
then
relate to that. I
you're,
relate to that. Absolutely.
you're
Yes.
one of them, right? So
I,
so
I work with clients like that too. Oh, you're not the first time that you said it to me. I had it so many readings. Someone tell me the exactly same thing. It's
right,
like,
right.
yes.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, yeah, you heard it again now, right? So,
Mhm,
um, but yeah, I mean, we need to build it up. We get
mhm,
the ideas there, and it's like, wow, really, wow, and then we have all the past life persecution and everything. So there's an
mhm,
idea I'll be seen as too weird and persecuted again too, and all that stuff.
mhm,
So right now we're hopefully, healing more and more of that. There's such a personal
mhm,
divide of energy going on in the world, um, based on, the splintering of the mind, which is creating more
mhm,
awakening and more possibilities, but also is creating more chaos for the splintered mind and the
mhm,
collective splintered minds, right? So, we need all hands on deck is what I guess I'm pointing to ultimately. Like wherever you are, like shh, let's go. Like what they call it,
I
fire
agree. You, yeah,
chucks. Hey, like let's go.
yes, I couldn't agree more. Absolutely.
The slow mo stuff is over, for now.
Hmm.
Okay, we're not in that phase. We're in fire nunchucks phase. So yeah, with that in mind, let's talk about more about specifically like you've got like the all these steps you help people to identify what kind of light worker they are and whatnot to start with. So tell us more about that. How do they determine that? Is it one of those type of quizzes? Is it like, do you do an assessment on that in another way, or how do you determine what kind of light worker type they are, for example?
Yeah, so the information is out there already. You can, if you're curious right now, after you listen to this episode, you can actually type in light worker types on searches and you can tell there are the main 12 types and there are some minor types that I would share that is not really mainstream information. So, but the 12 types that you can see right away to check who you are, who you identify with. The thing is sometimes that people with good intuition, they will feel, I'm that. But a lot of the times that when you're searching that you are not sure. I don't know if I'm that or this one. So there are types that they are called like transmitter and they're called for grid, for earth grid. So they're working on the late lines and some people that some types is for love and some types is for wisdom and teachers and sometimes they're for holding ascension um, uh, frequency. So there are different types. And the thing is that you may recognize certain types that major to you and we have about two to three types. So and actually, depending on your period of life, so when you were younger, you may feel that you're resonant to one types, and right now in the current lifetime, that you may resonate to different type. So that's why it creates confusion. Sometimes I don't know who I am, but I'm like sometimes I'm all of that, in the 12. But that's why it's a really good way to have some guidance or learning some energetic tools that you can tune into yourself to know really exactly what you are, what you're carrying right now as this period of life, and to move forward so that you have more anchoring. So when you look through the 12 types of light workers, they have the attributes, they have the pros and cons and their strength, and then it will resonate to you. So, oh my God, I feel like that right now. It doesn't matter like who you are, like what you do, your career or your age, but it just resonates to you. Oh my God, that's how I feel, and no one understands me. And that will gives you some confirmation and feels that you are not alone and you not feel lost because that is a most times that when we're in a journey, right? We feel lost. And we
Yeah.
don't know what to do. We don't know, even though if we're lost, even though you want to ask someone, you don't know how to articulate it. You don't know how to, hey, you know what? I feel like, I don't know, I feel meh, but I don't know why, you
Right.
cannot have a conversation with a person, even though, it's like-minded, even like workers. So that's why it's important about knowing your type, knowing where you're at in your stage of your journey. It's important to start. It's a start point. So for analogy is that let's say you want to go from location A to B, you need to know where you are at. So like I'm in Canada and you're in the States. So we are starting point from this point, like maybe from the park to the grocery store. We need to put in our location. So to know that and to know your destination is important. The path that we are going along the way is also the journey is important too. So it's not a destinations that we're looking at to fulfill or to complete. It's not that. So after you go to grocery store, or maybe, oh, I don't need to go to grocery store. I need to go to a coffee shop. And we can add it along the way, along whatever discovery that you are growing, you are evolving. And that's important about knowing your types.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel that's great. I didn't even know that this was a thing and it's online and you could take. I mean, I don't. To be honest, I enjoy these type of things, but I don't usually seek them out. They usually just kind of come to me like this. Like I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
maybe I'll look it up then. Like
yeah. No,
so.
it's good. And that's why like this is my gifts. I like to have those information and that is all out there because that is exactly the point that I wanted to point out. All the answers are out there, but we don't know how to connect with it and how to use it to really integrate in our life. for the personal use, for personal growth. And so even though with the resources, people research for it, like someone made it and I use it, like not my credit, it really exists, someone else. But
Right.
I use it for our study because it's really a collective that multiple things is happening right now. So I am using all the resources out there, combining into one so that we're able to digest it, able to integrate in our life.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, I love what you're saying. I mean, there's so much in what you're saying. There's so much you try to translate all at once. I love that.
I know.
Like it's like this and like that, and you're transmitting all this stuff.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, it's like yeah, you're going to the grocery store to pick up a loaf of bread or whatever, and yet that's just as deep of an awakening as doing anything
Hmm.
else you're about to do. So like, that's how I hear what you're saying too, right? Because that's so
Hmm.
true. It's like everything's got a purpose. Everybody's
Hmm.
the ego thinks it's supposed to be this way or that way. We're going to win or we're not going to win. And then,
Hmm.
so in other words, the next client call somebody might have, or the next person you talk to, you hope things will go well or whatever it is. But like that next call, well, how's it going to go? However it goes is like perfect because that's what it was meant to be.
Hmm.
Doesn't mean like there isn't something to learn, and
Hmm.
whatnot. But I'm just saying like however it is how it's meant to be, and we learn from that, and it helps us on our journey. I think, and I wanted to get back says you help when you set the frequency of like we would go fast, right? So
Hmm.
I want to go to this now that
Hmm.
we start off as like this idea we're totally unconscious of who we
Hmm.
really are, right? Then we start awakening, like I said. So then we start awakening, and it's like, yeah, but I don't know really what I'm here for, and then all of a sudden it's like you get to a level where it's like, yeah, I think I know what it is. Oh, I know what it. Oh, I'm starting to live it. Oh, I really think I'm living it. I'm living it completely. And then
Yeah.
guess what happens? Oh, that all disappears too. So like, I mean, in a sense, because you sought certainty so hard, so strong. That's what you have it, and you start plugging away with it. All of a sudden, that has to crumble too, because it's more. There's always more, right?
Hmm.
It's like,
Hmm.
oh, crumb. Like, so I love what you said before about, oh yeah, that's what it is right now. It crumbles, and all of a sudden, it's like, oh wow, I guess it's this now, or whatever. Like
Hmm.
some new awareness may not be completely different, but it's like a new awareness. Oh, okay, and you start to learn to get more comfortable, I think, with
Hmm.
the idea that you never fully know, what your thing is. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, this is that, this is this, I do this, and that seems to make sense.
Yeah.
But there's always the eternal unknown and
Hmm.
getting out of like having to always be so certain. But
Hmm.
to at least get those guideposts really stronger and clear and the signal turned on of like, yes, I'm embodying who I am. That's critical. So I
Hmm.
love that this is all part of what you do.
Yes. And I think I love that what you share, once you do something is like crumble up. And that is the common misconception that I share in the program. It's that is our linear mind, our concepts that how we learned in our society. It's a left brain society and also masculine way to think like that. The growth actually there's no crumble. Think about it's a circle. It's a circle of life. So actually when you go into stage one, two, three, four, five, six, and you go back to stage one. So it's not crumbling, it's actually a growth, meaning that it's no longer good for you, it's no longer aligned. Think about is you're graduating, when you finish elementary school, what do? You go to high school. So you're not crumbling away from it because you grow stronger, you grow, it's more alignment for you. So that's why the spiritual practice about detachment or release. So we're releasing, we accomplish what we need to accomplish. So we are moving forward to the next step. However, that stage of the no man's land is not very comfortable, absolutely. But that's why when you are on the journey, then you will have so many tools. You grow, you are strengthening. So let's say if you are an athlete that you are good at running. So if you fall down, if you lose a race, you are not, feeling thrilled how, well, I'm not going to race again. I lost. We don't do that. We know that, okay, I get back up. It's like, what can I improve on? What can I, hey, coach, what did I do? What kind of technique? Why do I lose? We are going back up. We are we're gonna be resilient. So it's the same way. So my one of my gifts is that I see everything with a reason, with a positive change. And that's one of my things that, oh, how can I use it to guide people, to see that. So instead of crumbling, instead of those things, it's about, hey, you are leveling up, you are leveling and you are comfortable, you are capable of doing something greater. So that
Mhm.
is a fulfillment in a way. And it's not looking about, oh, it's a clarity. Whatever that's why the moment, the power of now, whatever that today, now that the feeling. So the feeling that you feel that you are aligned, you're empowered and also embody. When we are in the embodiment, we don't feel that we need to search for something. We just live. And that is the enlightenment teaching that we talked about, that a lot of master talk about. I just do. What do you do before enlightenment? Water, water plants sweep the floor, and what do you after that? Like water plants sweep the floor, we go on our life. But in the way that you are embody the frequency for the consciousness, for the collective, and for the people, you may not do anything, but when you go out, you will influence other in a different way or indirect way, and that is the embodiment, and that is the purpose and soul mission too. So it's really beautiful in any way that we see that, and that's why I love to talk about this, and it's a really good uh, exchange or discussion. So, when people come up with questions like that and to answer it and to have a discussion to listen, and we all learn in the same way. We all have different concepts of that, but it's just uplifting and changing the perception about that. And it's a very, I think, powerful way to learn about the truth too.
Right. We need more perspectives. We need fresh perspectives,
Mm-hmm.
feminine, masculine,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, it's all good. But like we need new perspectives. We need multiple perspectives. So, yeah, I mean, what I'm talking about is the if you're clinging on to the idea, this is who I am now,
Mm-hmm.
that's what crumbles. Like
Oh
that
yeah. Mm-hmm.
identity is what crumbles. So
Yeah.
it's not in truth and an absolute essence, like something actually crumbled, obviously, but
Mm-hmm.
yes, the idea will crumble eventually if you cling too hard, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so yeah, that's fantastic, and it is very liberating, for us to be present with. Like, yeah, there's, you judge like where you are. It's all glorious, like just
Mm-hmm.
getting out of the judgment mind. Like, oh, I'm just here now, and I wish I was where Daniel was or Wendy was, or he's like, yeah, no, I mean, like it was glorious wherever we were 10 years ago. It's all or whatever, whenever wherever we've been, right? Like same with you. It's glorious. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly on time. Everything's perfect. No worries. And then it just is you're guided along. It's like, oh yeah, I want to learn more about this. Maybe I'll look up these light worker types. Maybe I'll talk to Wendy. Maybe I'll do this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, right? And you're just doing your thing. So yeah, I think it's easy. I definitely have judged myself, as I'm sure you have too, Wendy. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
why did I do that? What was I thinking during that
Yeah,
time of my life? Right? It's like, okay, but that's where
absolutely.
you were, it's okay.
Yes.
It's all perfect. And I think
Yeah.
the faster you can see the perfection in it, the better
Mm.
off you are, right? It's perfect because, it's a good journal entry. Like that. You really
I
anchor
know.
that in. So, but yeah, let's talk more about this. You say you've got the 8-week course or program, right?
Yes, yeah, it's the Soul Mission Alignment Program. And
Mhm.
that's what I learned all of the things, my personal journey, and integrated into 8 weeks so that you are not scattered around looking for healing, looking for direction, everything. So it's a combination of quantum healing and step-by-step approach to knowing, aligning, embodying your soul mission in only 8 weeks. So this is something that I am excited to do. And if you are an awakened light worker or soul purpose driven soul, that you feel that you are meant for more, because that is the feeling that I have. I'm meant for more. I wanted to do something more, but you don't know where to start or where to fit in and what to do. Or sometimes you're overwhelmed with your talents that, I have so many things. I don't know where to tune in, right? There's other things too. So this is the program that is for you, step by step with guidance, and it's a group program. So you are connecting with like-minded, like workers that we have intimate discussions. Only 12 seats for now, and opening up in October 28th. So if you are interested in and absolutely call in ready for transformation, and I am really excited to guide you with the whole journey. And by the end of it, you will have your soul mission statement and also learning energy tools to ground and to connect yourself, to connect with your higher self so that you're able to have the continued transformation and quantum shift in your life and business. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And so if they want to connect with you, they can go to your website, I understand, and you're also offering a free gift. So let's talk about that before we get into doing the scanning and stuff. So
Yeah.
what's the free gift you're giving everybody that really wants it?
Yeah, if you're ready and listening, just listening in is not enough for you. Like I wanted to confirm my like worker types and my blogs, and I'm open up for spots for this podcast for listening for you. It's the Soul Mission Alignment Transformational Call. It's a free 30 minutes call. So we get to know I would do just what Daniel do next. Next is scanning your type, your aura type, and that's my specialty too. So it's understanding you where you're at and knowing to for the next step for your soul mission. And if you're interested in it, if the soul mission program would be a good fit for you. So I'm opening a spot for you, and it would be on my website, wendyluk.com, and you will find Soul Mission Alignment program, and you will find the call right there. And also, I will connect the link for you to book a call right
Yeah.
here too.
Yeah, yeah, we'll have it there for you.
Yep.
So you can tell you know you're going to open up and you're going to discover new things very quickly. Just talking with Wendy, you can
Mhm.
feel it. So so definitely take advantage of that if you are called to that. Wendy, with this program that you have now, we're going to get into. I want to start by just talking about your business in terms of like the things you do offer. So first of all, the
Mhm.
audience will get to know more about it. I'll get to know more about it, and we can talk about some ways your business can easily double, ones that probably you've thought of, probably other ones maybe you're not focusing on or thinking about right now. So let's talk about you've got this program, and
Mhm.
then what other ways do you serve people primarily? Not like like oh I got this one off thing that people do every once in
Mhm.
a while, but like the main things that you offer.
Yeah, the other main thing I offer is one-on-one sessions, but that's why I am transitioning stepping into my soul mission from one to one to many, and that's why I'm creating the program. And after certain cohorts, and I would turn into evergreen program, so into a membership. So this is a better way for me to serve more people at once, and because we're all in different journeys, but with the program, with the core 8 modules, with the membership, and that is what I want to create and able to hold people instead of cohorts, but like every day in a way, in a certain way. So that is one of the service that I wanted to create. And but other one is the one-on-one right now.
Right, right. So they get a level of one-to-one support within the program, which is brilliant. And then you also have a full-on one-to-one type of service as well. So
Mhm.
are most people that come to you kind of in all the similar or same category? I just need to know, what I'm really here for and step into my gifts and unleash them and, start to do what I'm here to do are they mostly like that?
Yeah. So the one-on-one clients that come to me, they've been working for themselves for a while, doing different healers and programs and healing. So, what my gifts for one-on-one is knowing the root causes. So I am trained in different aspects: the physical, mental, emotional, inner child, Akashic record, ancestor healing, and all sorts. So that's why bring me to the experience in creating the soul mission because I really need all aspects to it. So the one-on-one will have different things. So it will be quantum shifting, or sometimes if you work on the relationship, I have different session about that relationship, the emotional, or beliefs or subconscious, all those things. And so those are the combination that I bring into. I just feel like it's the purpose or the my mission and services is a process instead of one-off, one-on-one. I do have package, for 4 session in a way, but again, like with the impact that I can do with one client in 4 sections, I wanted to really share the wisdom with many people listening in so that all of the people can benefit from it.
Wow. So you really get at a lot, it sounds like, in 4 sessions, because, so what are typically, how do people come in, describe that state, and then the state they walk out after, let's say, seeing as this because this group is newer, right? So we don't have a
Hmm.
lot of data on that yet, but I know it'll be amazing. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, when they come in to work with you, and then when they leave, like, what is the difference in the states?
Hmm. Definitely. The first thing they come in, they will acknowledge their pain, their things that they want to change, but feeling perhaps helpless or directionless, like I don't know, like I work on it for a while. To when I walk out, it's about understanding. Okay, now that I understand how I feel and what is happening. So instead of a band-aid or like just clearing the symptoms, it's not that. It's really an understanding and also a commitment to improve with yourself so that they feel it's not just general lighter, but lighter meaning that they understand they release in a multiple level of consciousness, the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual wise, and also knowing that what they can do and how to they deal with their life. Because some people they will still in a current situation of some entanglement. They don't know, with the partner situation environment that may not be healthy for them, but they don't have strength or direction what to do next. So it's the clarity what to do next and the strength and confidence in themselves that they don't feel that they are not good at certain things, but oh my God, I can do that. Oh my God, that's how I felt. So it's a really years of struggles or sometimes unconscious blockages that are not yours. It's able to release, and then they can feel the body, they can feel the embodiment, they can feel that they are aligned. Oh my God, I can feel my body. It's so weird, they would they would say that because it's quantum shift. So it's because we are operating or comfortable with the situation for a while and really just coming home to yourself, coming into your magnificence, your intelligence, and your empowerment and your own power. It feels weird in the first sense, but that is the things that I bring people to. It's like I see your brilliance, but you don't know it yet. And that is the result that I usually give people.
So Wendy, after they get, because it is weird for people when they're awakening and they're like, "Oh wow, oh my God, I'm awakened, but now what?" It's that type of
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah.
So over 4 sessions, you can help them to crack through more and to really awaken and embody that more in their body.
Hmm.
But let's face it, there's still like work to be done, right? So
Hmm.
do you offer ongoing support for those people that are like, yeah, man, big shifts, but I still need support, and so do you
Hmm.
offer those next steps?
The next up, I have long-term clients that they do just multiple workshop. I mean the package, just one-on-one package like that. And that's why I'm called to. So that's why I want to create membership. So for people to connect
Mm,
into. I also have a free monthly ascension attunement for people to tune in to wanted to clear their body and also know about me. And it is on my website too, called Free Ascension Attunement on wendyluk.com. So those are the things that, yeah, I just feel like the needs, exactly what you mentioned. It's like, okay, what is the ongoing thing that I'm lacking right now to support other people for the continued transformation? And that's why it's the universe telling me, hey, you need to create more
right.
support for people.
Right, right, yeah, because it gets to be a lot, the
Hmm.
one-to-ones and stuff. So
Absolutely.
okay, so what it sounds like then is, yeah, definitely you're in a pivot to, increase, your income here with, going to the groups, which have its own benefit, like
Hmm.
too, because sometimes there's the idea sometimes, well, one-to-one's got to be better, but not
Hmm.
always, sometimes
Hmm.
group is the power of the group, everybody moving together, and there's an
Hmm.
energy container that's created with a
Absolutely.
group that can make more possible than in
Hmm.
one-to-one sometimes. So, so that's going to be phenomenal. I just want to underscore that. And then, so
Hmm.
given our time limited, I'm just really gonna try to drill into this now. So this is fresh and new. You're on this podcast. You're going to be doing a lot of promotion and
Hmm.
sharing, right? So you're good at
Yes.
promoting, I can tell. Like,
Yeah.
and again, that's a wendyluk.com. Like, that's, I like it. It's so rare in this industry with healer types. Anyway,
Hmm.
so what do you feel comfortable telling me what you charge for these packages? What do you charge for your program? What do you charge for your 4 sessions?
Yeah.
What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so the four package is 550,
Okay.
and my single session, depending on the services, ranges from 100 to 180, depending on, because there's 160 minutes or some are 1.5 hour. And the program, so mission program is 300, 3,000, 3,050.
There we go. Okay. You couldn't make it just vanilla, right? 3,000 boring.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fun. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So got innate in there, right? Infinity, universal. Okay. So so yeah, okay, fantastic. That's a great up levelment. So I would say one of the ways to help double your business, of course, you know what I'm going to say already, is to really level up what you're doing on one-to-one. Number one, I think 4 sessions is like, I don't know. How long have you been doing this work now? Lifetimes, I'm sure, Wendy, but like in this life.
Yeah, it's like 14 years.
14 years,
Hmm.
fantastic. All right, so when we are whatever, because you haven't been doing this full time for 14 years, isn't my feeling? Is that true?
No, yeah.
No.
It's about, like, it's not full time, but I become a mom for like 10 years ago. So it's like a full-time mom. And this is the I think past, what is that called? Um half half time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, something like
Doing,
that.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But that's
So
why I wanted to integrate like with the time that I have like more impact. So it's a group and one-to-many service, and recurring membership would be the beneficial type.
yeah, great. So with the value, just looking at the value, because when we start our businesses, and sometimes they stay this way for many, many people, is we're like, okay, how can I make it so it's easier for people to come in because I want to
Mm-hmm.
help, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
we do that. We give phenomenal value. They tell other people about it, right? Everybody wants to promote you. So it's a great way to start sometimes to
Mm-hmm.
keep it at a lower price, with your service. But now you're at a place where, you really need to grow the one-on-one. When people hear like what it costs to invest with me one-to-one, most people are going to turn away. They're like, "Oh yeah, okay. What other options? Yeah." Like,
Mm-hmm.
so so you want to get it to that level
Mm-hmm.
where people only very select people, the
Mm-hmm.
a specific avatar, right?
Yeah.
Specific type of client, which I'm sure you've done work on thinking about, only they are going to come in and they will pay that premium. So that's where you can charge a lot more than that. Like you can charge easily, even if it's 4 sessions, you could be charging thousands of dollars. So
Mm-hmm.
and that's the direction I would encourage you to go. I mean, if you continue to 4 sessions, maybe 1997, and you talk
Mm-hmm.
about the value of it, because
Mm-hmm.
I just asked you what the value is, you're going to say probably what it's what, priceless, right? Because that's what
Mm-hmm.
everybody tells me. So it's worth way more, right? And still, even at 1997, I'm just throwing a number out there. You can go with what you want, but it's already, worth even more than that, like easily
Mm-hmm.
to that person's experience. So like, oh, this was invaluable. I
Mm-hmm.
probably would have paid that much for 2 sessions or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and I'm
Yes.
saying like to start going in that direction,
Yeah.
and that alone can help to boost and double your business right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the other thing is, like I said, a lot of this would be business coaching, but then when we get to the yeah, I probably would advise a different price, but it's okay. I mean, but it's just a
Mm-hmm.
fun price. But how about what about 3,111 or something fun like that? Anyway, but that's just a side. I have to get out of my brain. But
Yeah.
with that, it's like I would be fascinated. It would take longer period of time than we have for the show is to break down your marketing plan. How are you?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is like you have, all these years of experiences, so your selling team should be like your past clients, like
Mm-hmm.
a big chunk, like 50% of the people coming in probably could be coming from past clients. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I would really like, you can do the affiliate type of thing where you pay a
Mm-hmm.
percentage or referral fees or whatever. People appreciate that. They don't need that to promote, but
Mm-hmm.
it can be helpful. And then you could also give them bonuses. Maybe, no matter what level they're at, maybe they like a refresher on some of this stuff. You're going to get
Mm-hmm.
like this price and it's like a fraction of what everybody else is paying. maybe they don't get all the perks if that's too,
Mm,
too much, right? But they could come in, they could go through the material again. They wanted to, as part of the perk. So like you can
mhm,
come up with these creative ways, but
mm,
I know, but you're a person like I think you're like I got it, I did this, I got it. You're that type of person, and I think like if you're more vulnerable and you're like,
mm,
hey, yeah, you can think to yourself, I got it, but like if you're honest, it's like, wait a minute, I don't know how much I really got it though. Like, so like I want to bring in more people. So
mm,
I will, go and talk to the people I've, worked with in the past.
mm,
For me, I like to, anybody that's listening and knows me that's worked with me, like, yeah, every once in a while he'll like send me a voice message and he'll be like talking about what he's doing next and
mm.
promoting and seeing how they're
Yeah,
doing too, right? First, but
yeah.
usually, but like I'm not concerned, because
Mm,
usually they're so for the cause, right? You've
mm,
got a
mhm,
cause, a mission you're for. The more you're standing in that mission and that cause, and you transmit that to every class, every client,
mm,
everything. This is what we stand for. This is what we're about. And you continue to make that even stronger. And
mm,
then you create it as like, yeah, and you're seeding all the time, telling people like, can't wait to serve, more people and some of the
mhm.
people too, like because you
Right.
are very enrolling, but I think
Mm,
in some ways, this is commonly a way where people are not seeing enough results. Like they're,
mm,
they're they're ignoring it. It's
mm,
like, and you
mm,
have so much. This could be over half your business right here easily.
mm,
I can feel it. So when I tune in, so yeah, so I'll offer that. I'll do a little bit of scanning here, like more energy scanning here soon. But
mhm.
right there, I already gave you enough suggestions to double your
Yeah.
business right there. But
Yes.
Wendy,
Thank
yeah,
you.
tell me what your thoughts are on all that.
No, I feel the same way, and just like just like other people said to you, it's like that you're not the first person saying that like
Right,
my price need to go up. It's
right,
like
right,
it's not the first time, and I think it's like the shift, that happening too. Because when I make the decision to shift from one to one to one to many, and that is the transition period that I'm going through right now. And it's like, oh no, you gotta up your price. You gotta up your price. Like, okay, I hear you. So you are like not the first one, and it's like confirming that and all the things. It's like no, like your program and your service or what, your result, like your price need to go up, like premium. And so I
Mhm.
do know my type, my ideal clients and who they are, what they do, what they want. So I do
Yeah,
have that
yeah,
diligence done. So yeah, I think it's like the part, and I love that your idea. Thank you for sharing that, like to get people to enroll and to, talk to people, connect with people, like with voice. And I think that's good because I think that's one of the things like writing email is not my vibe. Like, but
right.
the void is. So yeah, thank you for sharing that. And I will include that in the email list or something, or connect with past clients. Say, hey, this is something that I start with, and I like that to have commission, for people so that they can
Mm,
refer to better, and which is really good cost too. It's a win-win for that,
right.
to share that. So I love that. So it's really aligned to me because sometimes that when we hear suggestions, when we read those things, like it may not aligned to my personality, my way of operating. Yeah. And so yeah, I'm definitely open up to it.
Good, good. And that's, that I would say is one of my probably a gift I have, or just my approach, or however you want to look at it,
Hmm.
is I tune into the person to see
Yes,
like specifically for you, tailored to you rather than just generic, like all
exactly.
these marketing
Hmm.
different techniques and stuff. Like what's the route for you, and
Yes.
simplified typically too, even though I
Yep.
can do the complex stuff too, which kind of
Hmm.
just drives me nuts actually. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it just drives me nuts doing these big,
Mm.
all the funnels and all the
Mm.
whatever, all the different stuff you can get
Yeah.
into. But
Mm.
so yeah, it's simple. You guys, you
Mm.
can make $1 million a year just doing the simple tweaks. Really, I mean, you don't really need all the other stuff unless you want a massive business.
Hmm.
So that's what's possible. Okay, so the other thing is just tuning into your energy. When we look at, well, a
Hmm.
lot of people are telling you, then what is it? Why is it that you aren't charging more? And why are you not offering more, I want to say aggressively or assertively or whatever, like more
Hmm.
services? Because I don't get that feeling from you. You're like, oh, maybe you're good, maybe you're good, maybe you're good, kind of
Hmm.
feeling for your clients, right? And
Yeah.
instead, it's like, wow, what if I gave them like this 6 month container or something
Hmm.
mind blowing compared to
Hmm.
what, the amount of time we worked with people before. And so one of the fears with that, which may connect with you, may or may not resonate, but it would resonate for other people, is sometimes the more we charge and the longer period of time we give somebody to be with us, the more we're concerned we're going to get exposed. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'm really good when I make it like succinct and
Mm-hmm.
powerful and compact and lower priced and everybody's grateful. We're all good. But wow, what about a 6 month container? It's 15 grand now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what if it doesn't go so great for some reason, right? Who knows? You know, you
Mm-hmm.
want to believe it's all going to work out, but what if it doesn't? And so that's
Mm-hmm.
what keeps people from coming up with these programs because there's more, man, a whole 6 month period, something, oh my God, what could happen? And all that
Mm-hmm.
money and so we get really concerned. So it's the idea that, I feel so like for you, you're so confident at one level, you're so you're dialed in, everybody can feel your
Mm-hmm.
frequencies like oh, like they shaking everybody up and everything. So
Yeah.
that's fantastic. But when it comes down to um, going to charge this next level, it is, quite honestly, like what's lacking for a lot of light workers is the divine masculine energy being
Mm-hmm.
stronger. So, like, if we were to just drop that into your lower chakras, for example, because
Mm-hmm.
you're more like, a little bit more like, I'm, okay, I'm dutiful, I'm here, I'm
Mm-hmm.
full of energy to make this all happen. Yes. But in only a certain container. But if you're like, yes, we're really taking this to another level,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're going to attract people that are going to get even bigger shifts, perhaps. And then also the other thing is that they're going to make a bigger impact. They'll probably do
Mm-hmm.
more, right? The people are
Mm-hmm.
probably do more on average than the
Mm-hmm.
people are paying less, quite frankly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So because they're that invested, right? So there's nothing but upside. It's always again the terror terror barrier that we run into. I spoke up in a last lifetime, right? I go to your throat, I
Mm-hmm.
go to collective throat. I
Mm-hmm.
spoke up and I was talking all this great stuff and nobody was listening and like they just thought I was crazy. Then they put me in an asylum. I get that vibe from
Mm-hmm.
you. Like they didn't
Mm-hmm.
listen. Ultimately, I was called a fraud and
Mm-hmm.
no, you're not a fraud, like, and
Mm-hmm.
you know that logically, but like, those energies are what hold us back. So it's realized, okay, I experienced that so I could in this lifetime realize I'm the for real deal from source. I'm full on. I'm stepping in my
Yeah.
power, my fullness this lifetime, fully rocking, going to that next level. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, without doing like transmissions and all this other work today, but like just even at that level can be big, can help you to start getting through that sense of the barrier. Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if they don't think I'm crazy and a fraud, that's on them. I'm doing my thing. I know I'm not a fraud. Like, and you
Mm-hmm.
have to. I mean, it's almost like
Yes.
you have to be open to the one client in your entire career. They'll say you're a fraud, you're no
Mhm.
good, you didn't do what you're supposed to. Like,
Yeah.
somebody probably might say that someday. It's
Mhm.
possible, right? So
Yeah.
you have to just get past that, realize, okay,
Mhm.
is that just part of the thing I have to get past and get past it now, realize it probably already happened, and that way it probably will be less likely to happen like
Mhm.
as you go forward, right? So anyway, so that's what when I scan your energy, I get I get a lot of different things, but I get the throat, I get
Mm.
the anchoring the divine masculine more in
Mhm.
the lower power centers because the masculine for you in the soul is more like it takes advantage, it rapes, it plunders, it does
Mhm.
all this bad stuff, right? So it's
Mm.
like, but this is divine masculine. This is here to
Mhm.
support, to love, and to empower, and all
Mhm.
this sort of thing. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that because we only have so much time for the show today,
Mhm.
Wendy. But any quick reflections on what was coming through?
Oh, absolutely. I agree and relate to what you say, and that is the two things that I'm actively working for myself on
Good.
myself. So the addressing the divine masculine is I'm working through clearing the toxic masculine that I carry through from other lifetime,
Yeah.
and really introducing the divine masculine energy. So I thank you for sharing that, and then I will bring the energy down to the lower chakra. So thank you for that. As for
Mm.
the throat, absolutely, I know that I'm working for my throat chakra. And it is the journey that I work through from the base and second, third, fourth, and fifth. And then now that I'm on journey in the stage of working on my fifth chakra. So
Mhm.
when you sharing that, the my Akashic record of that, and that is the common theme that I'm working on right now to not only by the speaking, but the visibility and
Good.
the feeling. And that's the soul trauma that I know that I have for myself is the harm and
Mm.
if I talk or if I show up, I will die or I'll get hurt. So that is the things that I'm working through right now. That is the blockage and barrier that I'm transitioning through, why I'm keeping myself small or something. And so I
Mhm.
understand all of that and acknowledge that. And that is exactly, I'm going through this journey and then carry through, and people to go through the journey. So I am in embody in alignment and do the talk the talk, walk the walk with everything with
All
that.
right. And then you'll be able to help all your clients even more because the more growth and expansion we each do, the
Mm-hmm.
more we can contribute, right? So,
Absolutely.
it's so beautiful. And so I'm really grateful you're already on it, which is
Mm-hmm.
not that uncommon, but we're giving you more attention on it, right here and
Mm-hmm.
right now. It's starting to shift it more. We're getting right to work on it right now.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, everybody, if you want to check me out, by the way, you can go to yoursacredpurpose.com. One of the things I do offer a consultation they can check out. Um, I'm so bad, like I don't even remember the name of it anymore. I'm just like, it's a consultation. I'll scan you up and we'll get a strategy going for you. So
Mm-hmm.
go check. We changed it not that long ago. Keep telling myself you need to memorize what the doggone new consultation is. So I could be vulnerable and share that, you guys. It's good stuff. You can see like it very quickly start dialing everything in and give you a
Mm-hmm.
huge shift, even with scanning and intuitive business coaching. So check that out on my site if you're interested. And then also I have a free meditate, make money meditation that opens up your energy, helps you to
Mm-hmm.
connect with your guidance, opens up the chakras some more, in the process. And people say they swear it's encoded with something. There's something in there you put in, you dropped one in there on us. Good way, right? So I was laughing at that. I'm like, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, so you can check that out at yoursacredpurpose.com. All right, Wendy. So I'm so grateful to have you on the show, and you have tremendous energy that you're able to shift energy really fast, and I really
Mm-hmm.
appreciate your gifts and your dedication and what you're doing, and I'm so grateful you've been on the show today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Daniel, and thank you for all your sharing, your guidance, and your scan with me. So, and uh, confirmation from the universe again. So, really, I think that is the excitement, and I think collectively we're bringing the message for all the listener too. It's the confirmation and synchronicity that's like that. It's happening.
Yes, and so it is. Amen. All
Mhm.
right. Thank you for coming on today, Wendy. And thank you also to all of our listeners. Keep on tuning in. We'll keep on rocking it here at Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. Till the next time, everyone. For listening to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. Stay tuned for our next upcoming new episodes each Wednesday and Saturday. Please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review to help us to serve you best. As a reminder, you can get your free Meditate and Make Money meditation at www.yoursacredpurpose.com to rock your sacred purpose. Goodbye for now, everybody.